60 days of Wi-Fi exposure caused measurable damage to the sperm-producing structures in male rats. The damage occurred at radiation levels you encounter from your home router every single day. Turkish researchers at Süleyman Demirel University wanted to understand what happens when you expose living tissue to the same frequency your Wi-Fi router emits, 2.45 gigahertz. They took male rats and exposed them to this frequency for 1 hour daily over 60 days. The exposure level was incredibly low, a specific absorption rate of just 0.00208 watts per kilogram. That's actually lower than what you get from many wireless devices. Yet after 2 months, the results were unmistakable. The exposed rats showed significant structural damage to their seminiferous tubules, the tiny factories where sperm are produced. The diameter of these tubes decreased measurably. The layers of tissue became thinner. The number of Sertoli cells, the support cells that nourish developing sperm, dropped significantly. But here's what makes this study particularly concerning. The researchers also measured levels of something called VEGF, vascular endothelial growth factor. This protein typically increases when tissues are under stress or damage. In the Wi-Fi exposed rats, VEGF levels shot up dramatically. What does this mean for you? The frequency used in this study, 2.45 gigahertz, is identical to what your Wi-Fi router broadcasts 24/7. It's the same frequency your laptop uses for wireless internet. Your smartphone switches to this frequency when connected to Wi-Fi networks. The exposure pattern in this study mirrors real-world usage more closely than many EMF studies. 1 hour of daily exposure over 60 days. That's actually conservative compared to how most people interact with Wi-Fi-enabled devices throughout their day. This Turkish study adds to a growing body of research on EMF and male reproductive health. When 86% of cellular effects studies in our research database document biological changes from electromagnetic field exposure, we're looking at a consistent pattern across laboratories worldwide. As I explore in my book Empowered, multiple studies have found that EMF exposure can reduce sperm quality, damage testicular tissue, and increase DNA fragmentation in sperm. The mechanisms appear to involve cellular stress responses, exactly what this VEGF elevation suggests. So what can you do? First, create distance. Your Wi-Fi router doesn't need to sit on your desk or nightstand. Place it in a central location away from where you spend extended time. Second, consider wired connections for devices you use for hours, like your work computer or gaming setup. Third, turn off Wi-Fi on devices when you're not actively using the internet. Your phone can still make calls and send texts without Wi-Fi enabled. These simple steps reduce your daily exposure without eliminating the convenience of wireless technology. The science is clear. Wi-Fi frequencies can trigger biological responses in living tissue. You don't have to fear your technology, but you should understand how to use it more safely. Find the full study and hundreds more at shieldyourbody.com/research. Find the full study and hundreds more at shieldyourbody.com/research.